What's up, guys? Erebus here. Some more Dark Souls Remastered. So, following the unprecedented attention that my Duke's Archives Humanity Glitch video received, thanks for that, by the way, it seems to me like people are very interested in methods of getting humanity. So, today we're going to talk about farming hard humanity, the actual items. So we're going to go over the best locations, best routes, and also the best setup. So that you guys can get your hands on that. Now, the first thing we're going to look at with setup is rings. You're going to want one ring slot available, if possible, for the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring. The Covetous Gold Serpent Ring brings item discovery from its base, 100, all the way up to 300, which is quite nice. Now, if you don't have that ring, but you do have the Symbol of Avarice, you can use that instead. That does the same thing. Note, however, that in this game, the two items do not stack together. So there's no reason to have the ring and the Symbol of Avarice at the same time. Now, the other thing you'll want to do is have 10 liquid humanity on you, if at all possible. Humanity also improves your item discovery stat. Every single liquid humanity gives it a boost, so if you can't get to 10, that's fine, but 10 will bring you to the max item discovery of 410. Now, with all the preparations complete, let's jump into the first farming spot. Alright, so the earliest quote-unquote viable farming spot is right here where the network test took place. A little area that we couldn't access then, but can now. You're just going to pop down this ladder to the rats. And all you really need to do is just come down here. Please ignore the garbage gameplay. I was on the phone when I was recording this and wasn't really paying attention. I'm also on New Game Plus, so it's still level 150, so these rats aren't really dangerous. I wasn't paying much attention. But there you see, killed 3 rats, got a humanity. And the bonfire's right here. You can just sit back down, do it again, rinse and repeat, and build hard humanities. Now, you're not going to get too many. I only got, a humanity every couple runs. I don't recommend it if you have access to anything else, but it's fine if that's where you're at in the game. Now, as for a slightly later but still early game, this is a pretty common spot. We're hanging out in the depths, and all you're going to do is sprint this way, kill this torch-wielding guy because he will follow you. Pop on down here, through to this area over here, and just kill all these rats. Rats, just pretty much anywhere in the game that you find rats, they can drop humanity. The point of doing it here in the depths is that there's a lot of them clustered together, and also not very far from the bonfire. So it's pretty easy to just cruise down here, do some murdering, and go sit down to reset the area. So I think I did this run 4 or 5 times. Always got at least 1 humanity, sometimes 2 or 3. So this is a pretty good spot overall. Yeah, so this run that I featured here, I got 2. And like I said, it was always at least 1, sometimes as many as 3. So this is a pretty good location, pretty much for any point in the game from when you reach it to later. It's not my favorite spot, which is going to be the last spot, but it's pretty good nonetheless. Alright, moving on to the mid-game, quote-unquote. This could be considered late game for some. I know there's a fair amount of players who avoid Tomb of the Giants like the plague until they absolutely have to come here. But it's available, once you're about halfway, so I'm calling it mid-game, damn it. So you want to come right here. This is right outside of Nito's boss room. And first thing you'll do is kill these pinwheels, because they'll get extremely annoying if you don't take them out. You can also, with your high item discovery, get some other masks. And then just start murdering these skelebabies. And they have a chance to drop humanity. They're infinitely respawning, so you don't have to go sit at the bonfire unless you take a bunch of damage. So it's an option. Now, there's a couple problems with this area. You can see there that one did drop humanity, which then disappeared. So one thing is, when they spawn, when a new one spawns, an old one despawns, and if there's an item, the item despawns with them. So that can be a bit tricky. Also, I've just found these Skelebabies to be very buggy anyway. Kind of appearing and disappearing in the floor, fading in and out of existence, twitching all over the place. It just was a bit of an experience. So you saw me quit load there a second ago. I was hoping that would kind of reset the situation, and I did get another humanity after I quit loaded, but then I just had another string of a whole lot of nothing. All told, I think I spent about 20 minutes, 25 minutes running through or killing babies and got like 2 humanity. So that's a crappy area in my opinion, but it works for some. And now we come to the late game, and my favorite method of farming hard humanity. This is, in my opinion, the best method, hands down, no competition. So you're going to load in at the Ulusil Township. You're going to sprint this way, take this little shortcut elevator. If you don't have the shortcut elevator, you just need to go to the Township Dungeon Bonfire and cruise through the abyss until you find it. But you're going to come down here and just kill these humanity sprites. They have a chance to drop humanity as well, but compared to the rats and the Skelebabies, the humanity sprites here have a much, much higher drop rate. With your heightened item discovery, you know, if you've got your ring or symbol of avarice and you've got your liquid humanity on there, you're going to be pulling in quite a bit of humanity per run. Now, one quick note, if you come my way, you want to take this little upper path here and kill this stupid enemy, because this thing gets very annoying trying to farm the humanity sprites if you don't take it out. Now, there are a fair amount of humanity sprites in the Chasm of the Abyss here. You can farm as many of them as you like, or as few of them as you like. I like to kind of just come over to this little cluster and take care of them, but you can do it however you want. Bit of a warning, though, to newer / less experienced players. Don't underestimate these chaps. Because they're very non-threatening, both in appearance and in movement. But because they can do damage just by touching you, their habit of backing off and then zooming in at you can make it pretty easy to get ganked. So you saw there they were starting to kind of circle me, and they will do that. So if you aggro the entire group at once or something, it could get pretty dangerous pretty quick. But just look at all these drops. Look at them. Also, these chaps have the chance to drop twin humanities instead of just regular humanity. So already, I've picked up 4 in this one run. So the run to get here is a little bit longer than, say, the rats in the depths. So there is an argument to be made there that the rats are a bit faster because of the path to get to them. But this is just my personal favorite. They have a lot more humanities per run than any other method. So this is definitely my favorite. Feel free to let me know what your favorites are down in the comments below. If I missed something important, you know, such as a different spot that you found to be really helpful, by all means let me know. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video on it if necessary. Who knows? But at any rate, that's about it for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Seriously. The amount of love I've been getting lately is quite unprecedented. Wasn't really ready for that kind of fun and frivolity, so thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. But yeah, so if you see this one as well and you did like it, please do drop me a like or subscribe. And I will see all you wonderful, wonderful people next time. Take it easy.